poesía, arte y mates que funcionan en una sincronicidad mágica. Es el juego perfecto. Tetris.
No lo pillo.
So I'm Jesus Agudo from Cartelera, Spain, and it's really nice to talk to you today. Congratulations on the movie. I had a really, really good time with it.
Thank you.
I wasn't expecting this political thriller. It's really, really fast-paced, but I wanted to ask you if it was difficult for you and for Noah Pink to crack how to introduce all these conversations about copyright and these companies and all the legal stuff that is the core of the movie and maybe a little too much for the audience to sink in.
Follow, yeah. Yeah, it was very tricky. Yeah, it was always, I think even before setting up the beginning of the movie, given the backstory and stuff, that was even more difficult, yeah, to tell all that information in quite a short period of time. And we did try a lot of different things for that. And eventually we managed to get it right. But that was very tricky. But yeah, making a movie about the rights for a game and making that interesting is a tough sell, right? So yeah, and a lot of it came in script form. A lot of it came blocking on the day when we shot it. The kind of performances, the music that we made, mainly through the performances, though. You know, when you look at great actors, they can be talking about the dullest thing, but they can still be interesting if they're great actors. Yeah, so it's all about that.
Yeah, and Taron really is really good in this movie. Yeah. His enthusiasm is contagious. So since Nintendo is a company that is really careful with the image that we have about them, how did you manage to make them such an active part of the story? Did you have any obstacles with it?
No, I think we were very careful with the legal department to run everything past whoever it needed to be run past, yeah? There is also the fact that it is a true story, so it did happen, yeah? So some of this is in the public domain anyway, so you are allowed to, you know, tell a story in a certain way. But the legal rules are quite complicated, so we relied heavily on our legal department, and also I think there was a relationship between the guys at Tetris and the guys at Nintendo as well that you know, smoothed things over. But yeah, I mean, it shows Nintendo in a very positive light, so I don't think there was any issues, you know.
No, yeah, but I was surprised that, well, they were part of the story and they went to Moscow also, and it's really amazing. I also liked a lot how Tetris is always everywhere in the movie, despite it's not the main story, the video game. Yeah. So how did you manage to make it also an active part of the movie and not only the MacGuffin with the transitions, the wonderful score? Did you have any other ideas?
It was hinted at in the script, you know. Noah had written in different chapters like level 1, player 1, you know, start again, game over. He had little ideas in, but I think it was more fully formed when we get into post-production, when we had this movie that was more of a Cold War thriller, and we needed to make it a little bit more fun in terms of appealing to the sort of gaming audience, because it obviously is about Tetris. So I think those kind of things was an organic process that came later on in post-production, yeah. And sometimes we had too much of it, sometimes we didn't have enough of it, and then eventually we managed to have a balance, you know. So yeah, it was like a snowball effect, yeah.
Thanks a lot for this interview and congratulations again.
Thank you very much indeed.
El mundo está cambiando, señores, y la Unión Soviética no se quedará atrás.
¿Quieres jugar con los mayores, hijo? Así es como funciona el mundo.
No podremos protegerle.
A veces hay que decir a la mierda, ¿ves?